It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Barons' sure-handed wide receiver, closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Barons and the Texans, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Brooklyn Barons and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out is their fifth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a third and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they bring out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. And they'll begin by running the option. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Not a lot of success to be found there.
You got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Back to throw. Brewer. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
On 4th down, Brewer. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
False start.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players combined for the team's first sack of the game.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
From the gun on 3rd down.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he goes across midfield and down into. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Maybe that tucking and gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Texans locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On third down, Brewer. And this is going to be intercepted.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Operating from the gun. Brewer looking left side. He's got it. Complete. On third down, Woodard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Right back to him on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Looking to throw. Brewer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Woodard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Up the middle they go. Woodard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and it's now 3-0 Texans.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete.
On the move past the 40.
And touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Barons have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans back out there and ready to go.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run on 1st down. Woodard, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To throw on third down, Brewer escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
On first down, Woodard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Brewer throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On third down, Brewer. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that bears a problem for them moving forward in this game.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's